What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED and LCD gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna check out how is us on both of them. Now, we already tested the demo, and I'm willing to bet it hasn't changed that awful much since I think that was only like a month or two ago that came out. Usually, a game won't be that awful much different from the demo, even though the demo will always say something along the lines of, hey, this is not finalized gameplay, blah, 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 or whatever. They always say something like that, but we all know it's probably gonna perform just about like that when it comes out, until it gets some day 1 or day 2 patches, or week 1 patches, you know what I mean. So, since we already tested out the demo, we're just gonna hop in and test settings that should give us the best opportunity to run well. Now, if I remember correctly on the Steam Deck, it just was not the most playable thing. Like, it was borderline playable, but had some stops where it's gonna drop under 20. I think it had lots of stutters, and it was not the greatest experience, but it was borderline playable for some. So, let's go hop on in, and we're just gonna test out that one setting. We're not gonna sit here and do default. We already know that's gonna run like ass, and that's probably what I'm gonna do on every computer. We're just gonna run what we know runs and gets us halfway decent performance while still looking halfway decent. I don't wanna just go in and be like, all right, 1080p on everything, put everything on low performance FSR or whatever, and be done with it. I don't think that would be the best thing, because it might get like 50, 60 FPS then, but then it's gonna look like absolute shit, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna try my best to make it look good and play good, but might not be able to do it on stuff like this. But hey, let's stop blabbing and let's go find out, shall we?
All right. Here's the settings we're going to do. This one is one of those ones you do kind of have to just put everything to the lowest setting. And I think we'll also try all the different, what do you call it, upscalers. But I'm just going to kind of like flip through them as we go. But, in any case, let's go hop into the game, shall we?
It's a true serum. It's still experimental, hence the polygraph. I would have tortured you, but my employers insist I use their concoction. Now, let's begin. How did you get into Hadia?
The yellow brick road.
Well, apparently, needs more time. While it's going through your system, curious about something. Why did you do it?
Anyone in my shoes would have done the same.
I think you overestimate human beings. I don't think you realize the time, money, and resources that went into this operation. You pissed off the wrong people. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You were smuggled out of Hadia at age 5, grew up in the foster care system, and dabbled in criminal activities. You managed to pull yourself together and become a decorated soldier. After decades of trying to get back into Hadia, well, you decided to take matters into your own hands. It seems we are ready. How did you get into Hadia?
I asked for a transfer to the UN peacekeepers, who had deployed inside Hadia. It backfired. When the paperwork cleared, Hadia's civil war was in full swing and the peacekeepers pulled out. I reported to my new unit, stole some gear, and crossed the mountains.
Why come back?
You must be lost to wander around Sinedra Forest. I'm afraid I have very little to...
Hey, Gus, Arlo, Otis, please pick up. It's Atticus. Been trying to call for days now. The phone lines keep going down, so I don't know when I'll be able to call you back, but I'll keep trying. Hey, don't go killing Sabs without me. See you soon.
So, same thing on the OLED here. We'll start off just with the TSR at 40% render, and then we'll go from there. We'll just do performance. Although that's probably technically the other thing's ultra performance. We're still going to try just performance on those. So, I think that's probably where most of the thing's extra performance is coming from now that I think about it. But why don't we go ahead and hop into the game?
let's get a little camera-recorded gameplay on the LCD here, and it's going about as I remember it. 30, 40 FPS, and I guarantee there's going to be some spots where it drops under 30. But it's still playable. Borderline playable, but playable. Doesn't look the greatest. And if I remember correctly, we just got to follow these. They give you a really easy one. And also funny, this game's all I gotta be getting. This is all about paying attention and listening to your surroundings. I'm like, great, I'm deaf as shit when I'm doing the screen recorded portion of this. I'm not gonna hear nothing. There could literally be a murderer sneaking up behind me, and I would never know. And I've also heard, I don't know, maybe it happens on everything, but there definitely seems to be some slight audio distortion here and there. Every once in a blue moon. Like, it's fine most of the time, but I've just noticed a little hiccup here and there. But might find out that's just the way the game is. And I'm just like imagining shit, you know? No, like right there, it kind of sounded like it. Like, it kind of like lagged a little. Yeah, but this game is all about you. They don't hold your hand at all. It's not going to tell you where to go or nothing. You got to figure it all out yourself. Which doesn't help when you can't really, like, hear things. Although I don't think every single one is going to be a follow the chimes. Nope, that's nothing. That's just light. I'm always looking for stuff to pick up. I'm an absolute pack rat in these kinds of games. If I can pick it up, I'm taking it. Hey, a tractor. Oh, or, yeah, no, not a tractor. It's more of a truck. Got the little hitch thing and everything. But looking at just that part, it looks like a freaking tractor. Interesting. There's some more of those things. Is there anything here? No, this just leads me back to where I was, doesn't it? That's just a loop-de-loop. Yeah, that's just a loop-de-loop. Let's go back. I just want to make sure we're not missing out on nothing. Oh yeah, that's right. This is where we meet the fucked up guy.
You found me. Epsilon 12, right?
Absolutely.
Who are you? I'm Sifo 451, Epsilon 11. I got separated from my unit. They're still down there behind that door. We were on an SSC. We got jumped. I'm not sure how I got here. All I remember is hearing that door shutting behind me. I must have triggered something. We need the key to the APC. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Who has the APC key?
The sergeant has the key. He's inside with the team. The sergeant's easy to spot. He's the one with a dark red poncho. Shit. I'm hurt pretty bad. I need to stop the bleeding. Look, we have a med kit in the camp we set up in the woods west of here. We marked the trees to make it easier to navigate. Bring me the med kit, and I'll give you what you need to open the door.
Ah, so we're going to barter. I think I somewhat remember this from the demo.
Who has the APC key?
Oh, nope. I can't see if there's anything
Who has the
here.
APC?
Son of a bitch. Please, there we go. Couldn't see if there was any other options. Nice. Well, off we go then. Just have to follow the marked trees. But yeah, for something that is so far under the minimum specs, it's not even funny. It's not really doing that bad of a job. Is it a great experience like most AAA titles? No. Although, I think this one would technically be considered a AA title, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. I've always been told it's like how much money the company spends, but some people say it's how big the company that made the game is, not how much they spend, or how many team members made the game, and there's so many different things that people say what justifies as an indie, AA, or AAA.
Or as Ubisoft would say, the quadruple A game of the century. I can't even remember what game that is anymore, to be perfectly honest. I think it was some pirate game. And then it ended up being like a worse pirate game than fucking Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Yeah, see, did you hear that? The weird audio crackles. Maybe that's just in the game just to add to the ambiance. I'm not sure, but I just thought I'd mention it. I try to mention weird issues with games. If they're not evident, that is. Now see, that's where that thing is, but you gotta find the key first. And I found it before. I should just go get the guy's thing, but he's got a decent amount of blood in his body. He should be fine. No. I want that key. Yes, sirree. No, it looks like I'm going the right way. We're supposed to follow the marked trees. Okay, well we found that camp to find that guy his medkit, so at least there's that. It's over here though. I really want that key for that blue frickin' thing. That's what I really want. Ooh, here we go. Oh yeah, nah, this is not the game's fault. My Steam Deck LCD just does this sometimes. I don't know if it's just getting old and this is it throttling or what, but it's not that hot. It was at like 80-something degrees, which is warm, but I think I read that this thing can get up to like 95 before it's supposed to throttle, so I don't know. But when it does this, it does not make gaming a fun experience. Like, I can't even, like, move. Luckily, though, we've already been playing for like 7 minutes, so why don't we go move on to the OLED. Now for some camera recorded gameplay on the OLED here. Had to run back up and get that key. I want to get that chest. Now the question is, how do you get up to those things? We already got the med kit, so... Well, let's just double check while we're here. I'm pretty sure I saw my inventory, but I'm just gonna go over here and double check. Because it'd be really lame if I thought I had everything. Right, no, it would have been sitting right on that thing, so I'd have to have it. Oh, we got like freaking weird ass designs. They almost look like, what do they call those? Crop circles. But there's no crop. We gotta find a way up there. Aha, I remembered how to get there. Cool, can't really read any of that, but fantastic. We solved the mystery. Now, can I just, like, jump down here, or will I die? Nope, okay. Now we gotta get that guy's medkit. But, yeah, it's borderline playable. Not the funnest way to play, as lots of games are on the Steam Deck, but still, I've played games that run way worse than this. I guess and like I said before, I can't be too mad when your system's under the minimum specs. Heck, this thing was a hard game to freaking run. On everything, if I remember correctly.
I need the med kit. Just fall.
Who has the APC?
The sergeant.
Oh wait, I know what you do. We trade with him, I think. That's what we do. There we go. I was gonna say, I know I've got that med
You
kit.
got the med kit. Okay. You see that ladder over there? Climb it to the top. Take this. You'll need it to open the door. You'll figure it out.
I cannot read that. More unknown language. Ooh. Yeah, it definitely has its moments where it's got some less than stellar FPS, just like a lot of other games. That's why I say it's borderline playable, if you can put up with that kind of stuff, but not exactly the greatest experience ever. Never heard that audio cracking. Alright though, I think that's probably good, so let's go wrap up, shall we?
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Hell Is Us on the Steam Deck OLED and LCD. And like many games that come out, it's borderline playable-ish, but has its moments where it drops well under 30 and has lots of stutters, has weird audio crackling, which might be the case on all systems, so I'm not going to say that's entirely the Steam Deck's fault, but it's something I noticed, and I'm definitely not a big fan of weird audio crackling, especially in a game like this where it's all about listening for things and paying attention. That's just, I don't know, takes me out of the game, I guess is a good way to put it. But then again, like I said during the video, these things are insanely under the minimum specs, so the fact that it can play it at all without instantly crashing after 2 minutes or so of gameplay is astonishing to me. It doesn't seem to be a huge RAM hog either. But as you saw when we were on the OLED walking down, even to underground into a new area, that's probably anytime you go to a new area and it has to cache it in, it'll probably drop down to 17 FPS and just be horrible. And then my LCD model has this thing where if you play too long, especially a game that really hits it hard, it'll eventually, I'm pretty sure it's throttling itself and then you get like 6 FPS, and that's definitely no fun. But that's not the game's fault. That is absolutely my Steam Deck LCD's fault. But in any case though, if that's good enough for you guys and you would enjoy playing like that, it's not like I'm insulting anybody, then go for it. That's cool. That's a little bit too wonky for me as usual. I usually just play like little 8-bit games and really easy to run indie games on these things. I don't usually play games like this on them in the first place. But for some people, this is their only system, so I like testing it even on games that I normally wouldn't play on it. Anyway though, that's all for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out guys.